Hi, my name is Rachel, and in this video we're going to create a simple Gradio app to plan the product release of a company. So for example, if I select that the target market we have is the United States and the state is Washington and the category is clothing. As I do this, you see that our output to the right changes in value depending on what we input. So if the month is December, you see that our target market is women, but if the price is $80, it changes to women. And if let's say the customer's age is 25, you see that the target is women. If we change this, it changes as well. So this is a simple app that you can build in-house to plan what products to release in what month of the year and in what countries to target. So we're going to go into our notebook and see how we can build this model and embed it. So we first start by activating our virtual environment, and then next we're going to create a notebook where we're going to write our code. Now I'm going to pre-fill this with the steps we need to take and walk you through it. Here we have some installations. So these are the app. Remember, this is a virtual environment, so I have to install some of these apps again. So Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, Seaborn, and then Scikit-learn and Gradio. Here I import the general stuff that I'm going to need. Then I also do some importations for the preprocessors that I'm going to need. And then here I'm going to import my model, then the performance metrics I'm going to need as well. And finally, I'm going to persist my model using joblib. Now in a machine learning process or pipeline, you start with EDA. So first, we're going to load our data set, which is what you see in the project directory. So we load this, and these are the columns we have. We look at the shape and you see that we have about 35,000. This is the information on each column that we have in our data set. And if we describe the numerical values, you see we have mean, standard deviation, and the quartiles as well. We can describe the object as well, that is non-numerical values. We check the is any or null values, and we see we have 1 for some of these columns. Majority is in column 1. We check for duplicates and we have none. So here in the cleaning of the data, I'm going to remove some of the columns I don't need for this specific task. And now I can check if I have any is null, no. So I simply check for some categorical unique values in my categories. Next, we can do univariate analysis. And then we can also do bivariate analysis. We can split the data set then into input and output and then visualize or check the heads. Next, we can create our preprocessing pipeline, and then we can train our first model, which is the random forest. This will take a while, but once it's done, I'm going to quickly go through the rest as it's the same. We see that our F1 score is 6.0 or 60% for decision tree, for k-nearest neighbor, for gradient booster. Now, once this is done, you can see that our random forest is the one that is doing the best, right? So we're going to go ahead and tune that. Under normal circumstance, you want to tune all your models because some might perform better during the tuning. But again, this is a really simple application, so we're going to just tune that. And once we're done, we create some predictions, and then we check the F1 score or the classification report again. It didn't change much, but that's okay. Next, we're going to persist our model, or we're going to save the model and then the preprocessor we just used in this code. So let's run this, and you should see it pop up in our project directory here. Now in our app.py, we import pandas, Gradio, joblib. Then we load our model and preprocessor. We create a function that will take in the values we've input, and then we create an input array. We preprocess it on line 14, and then we make some prediction and then just display it in a way that is human readable with a simple conditional statement. Right? So once this is done, we just create some arrays for the drop downs we are going to use. So for country, and then the available states, the product categories, the subcategories, and also the months that we have. Next, we're going to create the input with gradio.input.dropdown, and then we're going to launch our applications interface. So we just open a terminal. This is the function that we created on the top. We open a terminal and run gradio.app, and then we click on the URL that we have. So here we have our product release planning app, and we can select the country, the state, and then the accessories or the product category to be accessories, bikes, and then bike stands. Month is July, and you see when we click on submit, we see that it's a female. What we can do to make it live, like you saw at the beginning, is we can add the life is equal to true. And now as we input, let's open a new link, change the port number, and you realize that as we fill the values, the output changes based on what we are doing, which is quite similar to the demo we had at the beginning. So we select our subcategory of gloves for the clothing category. The month is May, and then if the unit price is 80 and the customer is age 20, they are male. Okay, so let's refresh this and do it one more time. So let's do Washington. So anybody in the United States, Washington is female. In California, they are definitely male. If it's accessories and the subcategory is, let's say, gloves or helmets, it's female if they're in California. All right, that's interesting to find out. I guess it's sunny. And then in July, and if the price is 80 and the customer is 25 or 20, they are male or female. So this is a simple application you can create in-house and use to plan your product release dates and states that you are looking at. You can also click on the flag to save the data as you see in a log.csv file, and you can use it for future projects. So this is how you create a simple app. If you're interested to join us as a B, click the link below, and I'll see you soon.